Sometimes you are hard-headed as hell. This is not the week to do that. This is a week to pay attention. Well, hello, Scorpio. This is Don and Bonnie. We are Cards and Constellations, bringing you a wonderful mix of astrology and tarot to help you understand and plan your week ahead, which is June 16th into the 22nd. And a card just popped out, so I can't wait to read because the energy is flowing. Bonnie, what you got over there in the astrology section?
Well, we're going to start with the moon. The moon has 3 void of course moments. One at Monday at 10:30 in the morning till 11:09, and then it moves into Pisces. Wednesday at 2:33 in the afternoon until 4:08 p.m., and it moves into Aries. And then on Sunday at 6:50 until almost 8 o'clock, and then it moves into Gemini. Now, on this Wednesday, the 18th, we have the last quarter moon in Pisces. And people have been asking me to include the cycle that is part of. So the new moon in Pisces was on February 20th of 2023 at 1 degree of Pisces, when you set your intentions that are now completed. So check those journals and find out what it was you wrote down. The first quarter was on December 19th of 2023 at 27 degrees of Pisces, when you worked really hard at building all of this. The full moon was on September 17th of 2024 at 25 degrees of Pisces. That was when you surveyed everything, you were able to see it and made changes, and then you pivot away. We have the last quarter this week where we turn and appreciate all we've accomplished and then turn away and wait for the next new moon, which is June 25th in Cancer. Now let's go down to Scorpio. Scorpio. At the beginning of the week, you may feel a little impatient, maybe a little touchy. Try to rein it in. Overall, the week has a lot of productive energy. You find you have confidence and are able to use your willpower to your advantage. On Tuesday, you'll have a lot of common sense, and your sense of humor will be truly appreciated. Midweek, you'll find the ability to express your emotions well, but you may find yourself feeling a little insecure. At the end of the week, you'll find yourself a little moody, trying to keep the emotions from going from one extreme to the other. Feeling the weight of some extra responsibility, you're going to be able to get it all done. Don't get caught off guard on the weekend. Other than that, it should be a really good one. No big changes. You may find yourself talking about your feelings a little extra, and finding the right words won't be easy. What do you have, Don?
All righty then. Well, the good part is, again, some cards flew out, which does not usually happen. And since they do, when cards fly out, you make sure that you take advantage of that. So the one card that did not fly out is the bottom of the deck. And that's the overall energy of your environment this week. And the overall energy of your environment is the 3 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles energy, and it's an advisory kind of energy. It's an energy of make sure you're listening. Make sure, and Scorpio, I mean, sometimes you are hard-headed as hell. This is not the week to do that. This is a week to pay attention because the signs are there. So the universe is sending you some signs in your environment. And as they send you those signs, make sure you're listening. Make sure you're picking up on the cues. Make sure you're working through those. Now, your energy that flew out was the King of Rods, which is King of Wands. And the King of Wands energy is very clear. The King of Wands energy, it tells us focus, keep working, keep moving forward. But this is also an energy that says because things are working necessarily doesn't mean that's the best way for it to happen. So don't be surprised if some ingenuity comes up this week, some thinking of, I know that that's okay, but let me see a different way. Let me do a more productive way. Let me do a time-saving way. So you may see in your job, you tweak something and you maybe fix something that wasn't necessarily broken, but just not optimized, okay? This could also be you looking at different ways to maybe even a different opportunity in the same company, or a same job, but in a different company, because this is that same kind of energy. It's a very entrepreneurial energy. This could also be you finding, stumbling even into, if you didn't set out to do it, you could stumble into creating a product, finding a way to make a new product because, again, you're frustrated and saying, hey, how come this isn't aligning with me? How come this doesn't work right? So you've created a new product, and this could be the week for that to happen. And it comes from frustration because there's that devil card. So again, you're frustrated by something that's not quite working as well as it can. And you're saying, I think we can do this better. I know we can do this better. So don't be surprised if you talk to your boss and say, go in there and say, you know what? We've been doing this for a while, but I think this is a better way to do it. Let's consider this. The good part is the boss is going to say, I think you're right. This is an alignment card. So then this is the 2. And so that 2 of Cups, I said, I think you're right. And I think it's going to be a good choice. And it is a happier choice. Again, it's the cup. So he's happy to hear this. This is news well received. So with whatever it is that you're looking at doing entrepreneur wise and tweaking something or whatever, it's going to work well. It's going to pay off. And more importantly, it's going to bring a bit of a balance, but it's also going to bring some recognition to you. So this week is a week where you're actually going to earn some street cred, or you're going to earn some attention. You may not get it this week. You're earning it this week. You may not get it this week. That may come down the road as things are clear that it was a good thing to do. But know that you're working, you're planting the seeds to bring about this. And so this is a wonderful thing. But most importantly, remember, listen to the spirit energy around you as you put this together, because they're going to help and direct you. You're good. You're fine. You've got this, and it may take a little bit of planning, but hey, you can do this because ultimately you're the King of Pentacles. You're going to make it happen and you're going to benefit from it. You're going to benefit from it. So with that said, we got 2 kings. This is a major week, a lot of energy. Let's get her done. How's that line up with you, Miss Bonnie?
Really well. Like I said, there's a talent trine going on, and that gives you the willpower, the productive energy, the confidence, and the self-discipline to get things done. So you shouldn't have a problem.
Cool beans. Well, with that said, then I guess we are out of here. Scorpio, show us a little love of your own by hitting that like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. If you hit that subscribe button, please make sure you also look at the notifications, turn on all notifications. And when we do something, we post something, either Bonnie or myself, you'll get noticed. Now, again, to do it for both of us, you got to go to Miss Bonnie's side, which is Your Love Goddess. And then my channel is Sonoran Mystic Tarot. So make sure you go to both, subscribe, and then hit those buttons and you're fine. And with that said, we're going to be out of here. Love, light, and blessings from Bonnie and myself and our families to you and to yours. Until next week, bye-bye.